Hi, Jayme.
Hey,
Right? Hey,
yes.
That's good. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm Roslind. If you don't know, I'm Roslind.
Yeah, everybody knows you, Roslind.
Well, so you're interested in respite?
Yeah, I really need to get out of that crisis center. It's horrible. It's chaos, and it's peaceful around here.
Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. People, I mean, and it's real obvious. People come from the crisis center and they say it all the time that this is just a real peaceful environment.
It really is.
Yeah, we work hard to make it that way.
Okay.
I'm glad you're interested. So what we're going to do right now is have a proactive conversation.
Okay.
And the point of this is just opportunity for us to get to know each other better. And this also gives us some idea of the things that you'd like to work towards while you're in respite, and what kind of support you might need from us.
Okay.
And just something that I need to let you know, just so you know that we do ask people, we do require people when you come into respite that you'll have to put your clothes into the dryer for 30 minutes
Okay.
upon checking in.
All right.
Okay?
No problem.
All right. So the way this is going to work, basically I have some questions and we're going to talk. I'm not going to write anything down, and then we're going to come through a second time, and then you can help me get it down exactly, in your words.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, tell me, if you would, a bit about the three things that are most important to you.
My freedom, my privacy,
Okay.
and peace.
Freedom, privacy, and peace.
Yes.
That's so cool. You made me think about somebody in the 70s, like love, peace, and yes. So can you say a little bit more, like about why each of those things is important to you?
Freedom, because I'm locked up at the crisis center,
Okay.
and I appreciate freedom probably more than anybody else right now.
Okay.
And privacy, because I'm locked up at the crisis center, and privacy, I probably enjoy that more than anybody else right now.
Okay.
And what was the other one?
Peace.
Oh, peace, because of the crisis center. So it's the same answer for all three things.
Okay. So are these, so if you weren't at the crisis center, let's just play along with
Okay.
it. If you weren't at the crisis center, if you took that experience away, would it still be those same things that are most important to you?
I think so, yeah. That's why it's so hard being there,
Yeah.
because those things are important to me.
Right. Have you been, has your freedom been taken away before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It has. I've been in a crisis center before, I've been in hospitals before, and they take all those things away. Everything that's important to me is taken away. Plus, personal belongings as well. My own shoestrings, for Christ's sake.
Right.
Why do they want my shoestrings,
Right.
I'm not going to do anything with shoestrings. What do they think I'm going to do? Eat them? They're not even flavored.
They're not even flavored.
They're not even flavored.
Okay. Well, I can get where you're coming from with those things, definitely. So what keeps you hopeful?
Getting out of the crisis center and coming into respite.
Okay. So that's your immediate hope.
That is my immediate hope. Oh no, okay, that's my immediate, and then I have a long-term hope of never going into any hospital ever again, of being like totally well.
That's awesome.
So I never have to deal with hospitals or locked doors or mean staff or anything.
Yeah. So that idea, wellness or getting well, that's the thing that keeps you hopeful.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
I know that's my ticket to all those things that are important to me.
Yeah.
I gotta get well if I want those things.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. We would use the word recovery, and I think that it's, awesome. I tell you, we talk to some people and they don't really get that recovery is a possibility. But you sound thoroughly like this core belief that.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Because the alternative is not an option.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I want to live.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you're just making me hopeful talking to you.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So what has helped you come back from a difficult situation?
What has helped me come back from a difficult situation? God, that's a hard one. I don't know. It depends on the situation, because it's not the same for every situation. Like, one thing that helped me come back from a really bad home situation was just getting drunk. So I don't think that's what you're looking for. But I'm being honest with you, I got drunk and that I was able to escape from that horrible situation
Right.
through that.
At least for that moment.
For that moment. And then another time I got away from a situation is I just walked out. I just walked out of the situation and removed myself, and then I became homeless. But there was freedom, no privacy or peace, but there was freedom.
Right. I know for me, probably if I had to think about what has helped me come back from a difficult situation, it's been people in my life who like believed in me and cared for me, you know, even when, you know, I didn't believe in myself and didn't care about myself. You know, when I wasn't a great person at all, there were still people who like stayed by me, you know what I mean, and continued to encourage me and everything. And I think that for me, that's something that's real instrumental in helping me come back, you know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So what did you say about it? You said you walked out of a situation and you got drunk in one situation.
Yeah, and let's see, I'll try to think about a wellness answer. Well, what did I do good for myself to get out of a situation?
Well, I know you've talked about being in hospitals a lot.
Yeah.
And yet you have so much hope for recovery and for your own wellness.
Because I know they can't keep you like they used to be able to keep you for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And I know they can't do that anymore. So that's very helpful. That I know that any hospitalizations will be short term.
Okay.
So that's helpful for me to know that it's temporary.
Okay.
And that's true for anything.
Yeah.
You know, the temporariness of things makes me hopeful.
And it helps you get through.
It does, because I know it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
And that helps me get through and gives me hope, just knowing that's a fact. It's like gravity, it's a law.
Yes.
You know, so, yeah, I guess I can apply that to any situation.
Yeah, having that hope. Or just knowing. I mean, I can really relate to that too. I've always told myself pretty much the same thing, that I can do anything or I can get through anything because I know it's not going to last forever.
Right.
All right, so what are you like on a bad day?
Well, I have a really bad temper.
Okay.
And I will snap at people, I will cuss at people, I will throw things, I will break things, and I get really intense emotionally. You know, very, very upset and loud, and you know, I'll cuss people out and call them names just to get them away from me.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah.
So this is the respite center is a trauma-informed environment. Okay. And what that means for us is that we know the majority of people who come through these doors have experienced trauma. And we want to have a place where people won't be confronted with some of those same things that kind of, you know, are triggers of sorts or whatever. We don't want to have people make kind of like the chaos that you're experiencing down there in the crisis center and the peace that you experience here. It's on purpose. It's with intent, because we know that chaotic situation, that doesn't help anybody. That you know, it's just not conducive to getting better.
Right.
And so, like for us here, like cussing people out and throwing stuff and breaking stuff, you know, it goes against our model of being trauma informed because of the way that it can affect people. And so I guess my question for you would be, you know, what would you do, or what can you do other than some of those things that you talked about if you're here and you have a bad day?
I don't know, because I'm expecting that not to happen here because it's so peaceful here. So I'm really hoping that this place will stay peaceful.
And it does.
Yeah,
It really
I
does
so.
for the most part.
And I wouldn't have a problem with anybody if it just stays peaceful. And it's always been peaceful when I've come here. Always.
All right. Well, let's just kind of put that on the back burner and just think about what other things you can do, and we'll come back around to that.
Okay.
All right. So, what kind of things do you do or can you do to help yourself get through a bad day? I mean.
I like to go for walks.
Okay.
I like to go for something physical. I like to get outdoors and maybe jog.
Okay.
You know, just bike riding.
Okay.
And I have a little motorcycle, so I like that.
Okay.
Just being free.
Okay, so there are some things you can do besides cussing people out and throwing and breaking stuff and everything.
So what you're saying is I should go jogging if somebody's like harassing me?
Well,
Well, excuse me, sir, but I'm going to go jogging.
I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that it sounds like you have, like you said, on a bad day, these are the things, you know, I get really angry and really intense and cuss people out to get them away from me and like to break stuff and all of that. And you can't do those things like that. Or you can do them, but then you'd be asked to leave.
Oh, I don't want to be asked to leave.
Right. And so that's why, you know, I was asking, you know, what else could you do besides those things? But you just said that some of the things that you do to help you get through a bad day is something physical.
Right.
So.
But can I really break away from somebody harassing me to go do something good for myself?
Well, can you?
I don't know. I've never tried. I don't know. It'll be the first time ever.
Okay. Would you try?
Yeah, I would try.
Okay. And you always, you know, if you're feeling harassed, you know, you can come talk to a staff person.
Okay.
And we can, you know, support you with that situation because we don't want anybody here to be harassed.
Right.
You know. So, you know, we can support you with that.
Okay.
And you said you're willing to try.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day.
I'm willing to try.
Okay. That's all we can ask for. Okay. So tell me about the last time you were in a conflict. Tell me what happened and how did you handle it?
Well, I got mad.
Okay. What happened?
I just got mad.
And what'd you do?
Cuss the person out.
Okay, so we kind of already kind of circled through that.
Right.
So was there any like backstory that you could share about the situation or?
It was at the crisis center where it usually happens.
Okay.
And they were bugging me for cigarettes, and I don't even smoke. So why are they bugging me for cigarettes?
Right.
You know, I don't even smoke. I've never smoked with them outside, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and he's bugging me for cigarettes. And I said, I don't smoke. So he says, you got a quarter?
Yeah.
Because then he can buy a cigarette off of somebody.
Uh-huh.
So it's like all this begging. I'm like, get out of my face.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I really need a cigarette. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to say what I said at that point. But then the guy walked away. And he left me alone after what I said.
Okay. All right. Well, so see, that's good. I'm glad that you brought that up, you know, because it could happen that somebody might ask you for a cigarette. Even though we ask people not to beg, we know just through experience that people who smoke cigarettes, they're going to always ask for cigarettes. If they run out.
But what if you don't smoke? Why are they asking somebody who doesn't even smoke for a cigarette?
Well, they wouldn't know that you don't smoke until you tell them. And then I guess, you know, definitely if somebody continued, you know, with something like that, you know, you would want to let us know. Because, you know, we ask people not to do that. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't want you to feel harassed while you're here. We really do want you to have that peace that you're looking for.
Good, me too.
Yeah. Okay. So what kind of medical assistance do you need?
None.
No? Okay. Do you consider yourself to be independent and able to care for yourself?
Well, I will here. I mean, I consider myself to be independent and able to care for myself, but other people don't think that about me.
Really?
Really.
Why do you think they don't think that about you?
Because I'm so eruptive. I go off, I fly off the handle, and I can't keep it together, and I do things that are regretful, you know, and so they lock me up.
So I'm hearing a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the being.
But you know, it depends on the circumstance. You put somebody in a horrible circumstance, they're going to react horribly.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
nobody just better not harass me. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. So let's just talk about that a little bit. It's my hope that you'll have a successful respite stay. And so I don't want you to feel, I'm not trying to harass you about this. I want us to just kind of be clear, you know, and just, you know, trying to set you up for success.
Okay.
So when you say nobody better not harass me,
No, they better not.
talk to me, say a little bit more about the things that you feel are harassment.
When somebody's bugging me, just bugging me, asking me for stuff, bugging me about something, asking me real personal questions, and don't accept, you know, oh, well, I'm not comfortable talking about that. Don't accept that.
Mhm.
Don't accept my answers.
Mhm.
It's very triggering to me when people do that.
Okay.
You know, so I just heard it doesn't happen here.
And I mean, truthfully, it for the most part it doesn't happen here. But and so I guess, you know, part of what I've learned since taking this job is about being proactive. You know what I mean? And so, you know, having a plan just in case.
Okay.
You know, not to say that it's gonna happen,
Right.
but if it happens.
Because I don't want to be kicked out of respite
Right.
for going off. I really don't.
Right.
But I know me.
Right.
And so I got to come up with a plan.
Yes. Yeah. And so that's.
But I'll
that's
have a
what-
room, right? I get my own room,
Oh yeah,
right?
you get your own room.
And it
with
has a
key.
lock.
It has a lock and a key.
I'll go to my room.
Okay.
Somebody starts harassing me, I'm not going to engage. I'll just go to my room and lock the door, and they can't even come in.
They can't come in.
So I had the last word.
Okay, that's good. That'll work.
I can do
That'll
that.
work. If you can do that, that'll. Okay.
Now, what if I get loud in my room? Is that
Well,
okay?
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's other people here, and again, you know, you came in, you say it's so peaceful here,
Yeah.
and so
But
you know.
sometimes I gotta yell to get it out. I can't just bottle it all up.
Right. All right. So what how can you yell quietly? What can we do? Because I want you to be able to do what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and you said I won't engage. I'll go to my
I'll go to
room.
my room.
That's awesome. You know.
I'll just beat the crap out of my pillow and scream into my pillow.
There it is. That works. That works. And remember that there'll always be a staff available. You know, if somebody is bothering you or whatever, if you need some support with that, you know, we'll be here.
Okay.
Because we don't want anybody being harassed.
Okay, cool.
We definitely don't want that. All right.
Glad
So
to hear that.
all right. So cool. So now we gotta go back through it, and we're gonna write down the answers. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the first question said, talk a bit about 3 things that are most important to you. And I know you said freedom. Yeah.
Privacy and peace.
And you said all of these things are important to you because you've been the
I've had
crisis center.
Yeah, I've had those things taken away from me before, and I know what it's like not to have them, so I have a deep appreciation for
Okay. I've had those things taken away. And I know what it is not to have them. And so I have a deep appreciation
it.
for them.
Right.
Okay, cool. So the next question was, what keeps you hopeful? And
Knowing that things are temporary.
Excuse me. Well, okay, knowing that things are temporary.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when we got to the next question, it was what has helped you come back from a difficult situation. And I think that what had helped you, that knowing things were temporary helped you come back from a difficult situation.
It did.
And what I remember you saying, what keeps you hopeful is focusing on wellness and trying to move and moving towards wellness.
Right.
Knowing that it will get better.
Knowing that it's possible. Yeah, I'm not chasing after something that is impossible. Because I've seen people get better.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay. And so then, what are you like on a bad day?
I'm mean and cussing and throwing things and violent. Very upset.
Alright, so I wrote, I'm mean and cussing and throwing things and violent and very upset. Okay. And what kind of things can you do to help yourself get through a bad day?
I'd go outside and do some outdoor activities of various sorts.
So go outside, do outdoor activities. I know when we first went through this, you talked about jogging.
Jogging, riding my bike, walking, and riding my motorcycle.
What kind of motorcycle do you have?
It's a Yamaha.
A Yamaha?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
I want to say Harley, but I can't.
A Yamaha, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Like girls that ride bikes, or it's something I've always wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. My brothers have motorcycles, and I've ridden, with them just on the back, but like, hey, I can see how that could
It's
be.
awesome. It's cool.
And you talk about freedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you get that feeling, and oh my God, it's just, there's nothing like it.
Cool. That's
I
great.
advise you to get a motorcycle.
Okay. All right. So, the last conflict you ran, you said you were at the crisis center, and somebody kept on asking you for cigarettes, and you don't even smoke.
Right.
And so then they started asking you for money.
Right.
And you got really.
I got pretty pissed.
And what'd you say you did?
I yelled at them. Cussed them out.
Okay. And I want to make note somewhere here because, you're on your bad day behavior, we talked about, and it doesn't fit in our trauma-informed environment.
Right.
But you also came up with great solutions.
Right.
And I just want to, just make a note of it. And so, the solutions that you said were you would go in your room. Like if something happened while you were here.
I would go to my room, yeah, and
Okay.
lock the door. I would walk away. I would not engage.
Okay. And not engage. And you said you would beat up your pillow.
I'd beat up my pillow and scream in it.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And you just know that there is staff available to support you.
Right.
Okay. All right. What kind of medical assistance did you say?
None.
None. And you said other people might not consider you to be independent and able to care for yourself, but you think you consider yourself.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
That's all that matters to
Yeah.
us. That's why the question is, the question isn't do other people. You know what I mean? Because we care about what you think.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I think I can take care of myself.
All right. Well, awesome. Would you, we have a bit of a waiting list Would you like to be added to the list now? And the way it works is I put your name on the list, and when your name came up and a bed came available, we would call you. We would try to call you a couple of days in advance so that you have opportunity to, you know, make any arrangements that you need to make or whatever. And then you'd be welcome to come in.
Okay.
Do you want to go on the list?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I know if I get called, my case manager will arrange for me to be discharged from the crisis
Okay, so you're at the crisis center.
right now.
Do we have, when you did your model introduction and everything, you gave us a number where we'd be able to reach you, or we
It's the
check?
women's side of the crisis center.
Okay. All right.
And call me in the afternoon
Okay. All
because we're not doing anything.
right. Okay. And you've been coming up here like every day too, or no?
Not every day, but a lot of days.
Okay. Well, we'll call you and you can kind of just touch base with us. Sometimes, you know, the crisis center phone.
So now that I know I'm on the list, I'll come up every day.
Okay. That'll
How's
work.
that?
That'll work. Cause that'll work, and we'll let you know as soon as something comes up.
Okay.
All right. Well, it was great to talk to you,
You
Jayme.
too.
Thank you.
Leslie.
All right.